Mizuno are just dropping their 925 JPX line. We're going to take a look at the Hot Metal Pro. We know nothing feels like a Mizuno, but how does it perform?
Well, it's a great looking golf club actually, and this is kind of a different club a little bit. You know, they call it Hot Metal Pro, but it is their technology line. You know, this is a pretty big golf club for something that even has Pro on it.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, that's good because there's not a lot of stuff like this. It's not a lot of offset, quite a bit less than the other one.
Yep.
You potentially could blend them with the other ones in the long range if you struggle to leave them right or whatever, or need a little more distance in those. But you know, it's a really good golf club. I mean, the sole looks better. You know, it's fairly wide.
Yep.
You know, mid to higher handicap, obviously, or somebody's steep. But they did scalp off the back and stuff, and they rounded and lead the edge a little bit as well. So really good turf interaction with this.
Yeah.
Just a good club all around.
And I'm a big fan of that. The turf interaction, like all the other stuff that we can see on the robot numbers, right. And you know, looking at it, and we can say this is a workable shape. The turf interaction for me is really what changes the players' experience on the golf course. It gets
Absolutely.
through the turf.
It's super important. It doesn't show up like in the spread and the forgiving stuff, but it definitely is something that you need to consider.
Yeah. So again, tungsten, we've got involved in this low in the club to get the ball launching higher.
Yep. I mean, similar to the other one, you know, if you pull up the numbers, similar to the other one, you know, it's kind of interesting. The new Hot Metal Pro is actually half a degree stronger.
Yep.
Actually goes a couple of yards shorter. Like I said, I love this. But spins more, better stopping power by quite a bit, just all around tighter circle and a better golf club.
Yeah.
Right.
So you touched on it earlier. You could probably blend the Pro model with the standard model. The HL is completely separate.
Yeah.
Keep that out of
the
things.
lofts are all very different. Yeah.
So the smaller shape here in the back, you can see in the back it's a little tighter than the Hot Metal. And we can look at this one because we have already reviewed it. Just in that back piece there, you can see the shape's slightly different.
Right. Little thinner top line.
Right.
You know, just a little thinner, but you know, not dramatically different, and you certainly could put them both in the mag. You probably, you know, other than the fact that, you know, obviously the colors are different, you can differentiate, but they look very similar.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely an option.
More workable in the Pro model, a little more forgiveness in the standard model. Longer irons are going to be easier to launch. We got a little more offset. You got a little more fatter sole in this. You're going to get away with a little more in the standard than you are the Pro.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is, you know, all this line is designed for kind of midder to higher handicaps.
Yeah.
But that being said, you know, a better player that needs a little more height and a little more distance and stuff, you know, especially if they're steep.
Yeah.
You know, definitely something to look at as well.
Well, the interesting thing, we can touch on this, and this is a good version, is this is the only one that probably is on the cusp of maybe, if you're looking at the 25 version of their hollow body in the Pro line,
right?
You could think about maybe doing one of those, but this has still got a lot more tech in the package than that other stuff does.
Yeah, I mean, the tungsten and stuff they added really did help. I mean, it you know, definitely helped the stopping power a bunch, tighten the circles up. It definitely worked.
And at least for now, they've got rid of what they had in this line before, which was a forge and then a tour, which was essentially a blade.
Right.
And I think that was kind of a little misleading where you were like, I'm in a JPX, like a player's line, and then it was like Pro clubs. So this is the right one for the start point in this line, I believe.
Yep, good golf club all around. I think this is a really good step in the right direction for those guys.
Yeah. Yep. And although there is really no confusion, you know, your Pro, your Hot Metal, or your HL, you still need to go and check these out, maybe find out where you want to start blending the set, get fit for the product. Head to a worldwide golf near you, head to a cool clubs near you, and have a great time testing these products and finding out what works.